Well, good evening, everyone. I'm running a little late. We wanted to do this at 7, and I was actually on the phone with Corporal Zeb Jackson, Sheriff's Office, past this. And I'll talk about that a little later on, but that's why I'm running late. I appreciated his conversation and his time to talk to me today. So, welcome, beloved. Beyond the Call of Duty friends and family, and welcome DOW friends and family. It was a very hot day today. We went to three departments today: Overland Park PD at 8 o'clock, Leavenworth County Sheriff's Office at 11:15, and Caleb County Sheriff's Office at 2:30. And we'll get there. So, Overland PD was just amazing, absolutely amazing. We had the chief out there, major captains, and really wanted to honor Michael Mosier. End of watch was 5320. He's behind a beautiful wife and children, and father, unfortunately, long passed away 5 months after he was killed. So we were invited to the Hemlock Street firing range, and they have a beautiful memorial set up over there for fallen officers. And just an amazing memorial. That's the United States, or excuse me, the world right there. And can't get any close-ups, but all of this was just absolutely fantastic. And Megan, who's with Blue Line Bearers, was with us for part of the day today. She has to go back. She creates the bears for all these amazing families out of the shirts that the officers wore for their children and everyone. And she got to meet Michael's dad. And she had actually created shirts for the family a while back. And Mike's dad was talking about how the grandkids just don't even let the bears out of their sight. So just a beloved family. So our second department, we were blessed a little bit. We went to go honor Corporal Daniel Ambramotis, and we met his daughter and his partner that has been in that department working with him. And I think they are daughter and partner, so worked with him for years. Just all the great stories. I've been talking with Chief I was talking with the sheriff on how amazing of a man he was, and all the love and inspiration he put out there in the tenure he had, and sheriff's pretty heartbroken about this and the impact of his loss amongst all his deputies and family members and even the public, the loss of him in the public. So while we were there was a department that we were not able to get permission to go to, and his beautiful wife had contacted us when she realized we were coming to Leavenworth and asked if we could be there for her at Leavenworth as well. So we did. And that's him right there, right? Yeah. And that's George Burney, and he worked at Department of Corrections in Kansas. His end of watch was May 11th, 2020, and his beautiful wife was able to come out and see Burney for the last time and give us a lot of stories about him and how he was a prankster and a jokester and lovable man and loved traveling. So it was befitting for him to travel around the nation. So, and then our let's see, Jesse, what's this one right here? This one.
Oh, that's a memorial for Desert and stuff.
Oh, that was, and so at the sheriff's office in Leavenworth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and this was their memorial placed for their line of duty. And one of the things the sheriff and I were talking, it had been over 60 years since the last line of duty death, just 60 years, and just heartbreaking for the loss. So. From there, we went to DeKalb County Sheriff's Office in Missouri, and we went to honor Andy, and he was a sheriff over there, Andy Clark, and really just from everything, even just I said I was on the phone with Corporal Jeff and Jackson, and he went to the academy with Andy before he even became the sheriff, and has known him, and absolutely humble individual, and giving as could be, and also gave me information on Sheriff Casey Kesselman today, and I just wish we had a different circumstance to talk to him, and I'll talk about that a little bit, but I don't want to take away from what we do every night. But Andy, beautiful father, beautiful parents, absolutely amazing parents, and amazing wife, and just radiant smile all the time. And he served his community, and even just from what I've been told, and by Zeb, is the community loved Andy so much, and he brought so much to them. So, really interesting. And amazing family, and we got to meet the family and see them. So that's mom, dad, beautiful wife, and two beautiful children. So just amazing family. And some of the other kids couldn't make it, but they were there. So our nightcap edition, we always do that. We talk about our officers and what they've done, and today is no different. Michael Mosier, Daniel, Andy, and George, and all these beautiful men, absolute sheepdogs, giving up everything to be the people they are, serving the communities that they did, whether it was a police department or a sheriff's department, serving their cities and their counties and their states, and giving up weekends, giving up holidays, sometimes birthdays, and as sheepdogs, sometimes working in the cold, working in the rain, and missing a meal. And they're just beautiful men. And so tonight's nightcaps for them. God bless them. God bless their families. Again, I always go back to their families are the heroes. For without their families, these men could not have worn that beautiful uniform. They could not have done the job they did and become the heroes that they are. And as I always stated, they are heroes well before we realized they were heroes. They were heroes to their families. They were heroes to their children. They were heroes to their dads and moms. And they will always be heroes. And things like that we don't realize until after one is gone. So tonight's nightcap is for these beautiful men, and to keep their name going, to let the nation know who they are, to let people know where they came from, who their families are, that they're not a number. They have a God-given name, and they are just beautiful men. So from 1350, for all of our four tonight, God bless you. God bless your families for allowing you to be the sheepdogs that you were, and rest easy. We've got the much now. So as I was saying, I was on the phone with Zeb, and That's why we were running a little late. So the last stop was a little disappointing, and I want to just take a second. I love all of you, and I did the live, but we got to give love. We got to give love, not hate. Sheriff Casey Kesselman, I heard a lot from Zeb, and I just wish it had all been cleared up when we were there. But I don't know what went wrong. I know we diligently made contact. We did diligently reach out. A lot of people have asked us, well, do we reach out to the families? No, we don't reach out to the families. It's a very sacred way of how we do things. We allow the departments to reach out to the families because the departments already are what we call the shepherds over them. The departments are the ones that are taking care of the family, and that's why we do this for the families and we do this for the departments. There's a healing process in both, and everything I've been told by Zeb and hearing is Casey Kesselman is an honorable man, and I saw a little bit of that today. And he's morally, and he's full of. He's a God-fearing man. We were not questioning his integrity at all. That wasn't even where we were going down. Our frustration is that we do come to represent and to honor their department and these beautiful men and women. And being day 74, it's heartening that how we lose stuff or lose an email or a phone call or whatever the circumstance. So for all of you out there, please forgive me if I sounded arrogant and stupid. Love the department. Don't hate the department. The department is struggling, and they do struggle. In this case, Andy was Casey's boss. But all of this is coming afterwards. And so our goal is not to hate, we have to love, embrace them, and let them know that their loss is being felt across the nation. And that's what I've been trying to say from day one is loss is across the nation. And these good men and women should not be forgotten. And the good men and women that wear the uniform and do this job should not be forgotten for their losses and their hurt. And if we could embrace them and hug them and love them, we would. And we do. I can't pronounce the county's name. I'm sorry. Everybody pronounces things differently, and I apologize that I couldn't pronounce the county's name correctly. We don't do anything maliciously. And I talked to a couple of people, but I do want to let you all know that I wish the conversation had taken place like Corporal Jackson did with me tonight, and the insight he provided and everything else. So I just want to say God bless the department, God bless the community for what they've done, family, and not just for yourselves, but every single one, Overland PD, Leavenworth County, and the losses out there. So it's about what I can say, and we'll end it there for a second. Tomorrow we will be going to Lincoln PD at 10 a.m. at 575 South 10th Street in Lincoln. We're going to be honoring investigator Luis Herrera, otherwise known as Mario. And that's only one we're doing for tomorrow. So I'm going to go back to comments real quick. Evening, Jennifer. Good evening, Kevin. Andrea, good evening. Patty, good evening. Cynthia, good evening. Emery, good evening. Stevens, Washington, that's awesome. Lance, thank you. Michelle, Survivor, thank you. Thank you, Bill. Thank you very much. Thanks, Lance. Oh! Yeah, you are. Sarah really took it hard, and I watched today, Lance, how you just held on to her. And I mean, losing a partner is fucking tough.
It's really tough.
And
And it's the crazy thing about Sarah. Sarah lost her partner in Leavenworth, and I lost my partner. And it was crazy. We when we were talking, we were finishing each other's sentences, and she's like, "Okay, you were like the first to understand."
Right.
And I said, "That's why I'm here."
Right.
That's why I'm here.
Right.
Because I understand.
So it is. Kim, I apologize again. DeKalb County, and I'm going to say it again. Well, Sabrina, you know, I don't think it was quite the intentional disgracefulness. And like I said, Zeb Jackson talked to me quite a bit, and somewhere the ball got dropped. I explained to Zeb how for us it's day 74, and we are so passionate about this and wanting to make sure that the departments honor the survivors and honor their fallen, and it did seem that way. And we took it wrong, and it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, let me show. We were so happy that Andy's family got there. So they are all heroes, Emery. Yes, they are. Yeah. You know, Kim, I'm gonna say thank you. I'm not even. There's no words. There's nothing I can say that can convince you otherwise. God bless you. God bless Andy. God bless his family, and God bless the department. Much love. Yes, much love to the fallen departments and the communities. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Lincoln, Sherry, yes, you can join, and if you IM us, we can send that information to you real quick. So. Thank you, Bonnie, and again, sorry for your loss, Bonnie, and thank you. Jeremy, thank you. Randy, again, I can't say anything. If you want to call me a jerk, I'm a jerk. You're absolutely right. Andy's is a family man, and his family lives there strong. They are. And anything else you'd like to say, you're more than welcome to say it. And God bless you, and thank you. Well, Lisa, absolutely. It goes on the webpage. It's right there. And it is. An apology works both ways, Lisa. And I'm apologizing, but I will tell you, it's one-way apology at this point. So I cannot, I've talked to Corporal Jackson. I explained how our process goes. And that's all I can say at this point. So I'm not going to get in a debate about was the department wrong, were we wrong, or anything. I'll take the blame. I'll take the higher ground. Okay. But what I did on a Facebook Live, absolutely, I did that because we were hurt. We were hurt that there was no support being shown. Okay. We don't know the rest. We don't know where the ball was dropped. But we are diligently doing this for 74 days. We're doing it for 84 days. So I'm taking the higher ground. I am apologizing. And I do respect the department. I respect the department even more now that I got to talk to somebody from the department that actually uh, talked instead of nothing. So um, I do believe your Sheriff Casey has a lot of respect in there. More so, what's more important is that Casey and Andy were friends. They were friends before. They were friends. He worked under Andy, so that's what matters. You know, and those are the stories that need to be lived on. Um, keep Andy's name alive. Talk about it. MIA. What is it? I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a sociologist or anything. So our job is just to try and bring some healing. Um, so I apologize again, Lisa. So
Being in law enforcement for 28 years and losing not just my best friend and partner in the line of duty, but friends that I've known for 28 years, Seattle, all over the state of Washington, and when you lose somebody like that, it's impacting on every aspect of your life.
yeah,
And when you roll up to somewhere where there's going to be a special moment, memorial for a person that we've like talked about, we've thought about, we've prayed about, we think about, and when we get there and there's nobody there, it hurts my heart because every single person on that trailer is with us this entire journey. You can feel their presence when we get to their PD. You can feel the presence when we're traveling. It's heavy. It is so heavy. If you are not a spiritual person, you might not understand. If you are, you totally get the presence of that heaviness of all of them with us. And it's disheartening, and we want the most for every single person. You know what? If we could have high school bands, college bands, stadiums filled and roll down to the 50-yard line and jump out with fireworks, I would do that for every single person. But it's not possible. It's just not possible to do, but that's what we want to do. And when we roll up and there's not a single person standing there, because we've been rolling up to places where there was a lot of people standing there, and before we even get to the driveway of where we're pulling into, people are running to the driveway, to the curbside, and videotaping and on their phones, and the media's there, and officers are like, there's officers that are like 12-year-old kids with their cameras running to us just to get that
picture of their loved one.
a picture of the presence of their loved one, their brother, their sister. It just really impacts a lot. And when you see the big picture, and then when you see the no picture, it hurts and it impacts us tremendously.
Patty, thank you again. Yes, most people are survivors. Love you. That's what we do. Brandy, absolutely. God bless you again. What do we do? There's so much we do. Last year we raised all the money we raised. First of all, let me explain how this operation works. The underwriting, which if you're not familiar with underwriting means having a source that pays for the actual trip. The underwriting is completely funded, meaning all of our hotels are paid for, all of our food, and we don't eat lavishly. We have a freezer, we have a barbecue, we barbecue every night.
We did half-inch thick slicks of bologna with
tonight.
onions on a bun
Tonight.
tonight.
I know.
That was really good.
But our gas, our fuel is paid for. Nobody in the organization gets paid a dime. We are 100% volunteer. That's it. So to put my money where my mouth is, I do that. Last year, all but exactly $1,200 was given to departments and to families. I explained to Corporal Zeb a little bit on some of the stuff we can do, and I've given him my number, and he can talk it over with the sheriff, and he can get back to me. He has my number. So we do. Do I have departments? If you look up Richmond PD in Georgia, this is a small department. They don't even have bulletproof vests. So one of the things I noted down is we are getting them bulletproof vests. There's a department of 4. But more so in that community, there are 1,500 children that don't have a library, that don't have the average living in that community for the year. I'm not talking a month or 6 months. It's $13,500. So I talked to a person there, and I'm working with Blue Line Bears because they have a school that does a lot of fundraisers on school items. My goal is to get enough educational stuff for all 1,500 students, and to get enough clothing for all 1,500 students, and to get enough Christmas dinners for all 1,500 students. So do we do things like that? Yeah. So I do put where my mouth is, and that's why I'm vocal. That's why I'm passionate. That's why I say some of the stuff I say, because I don't get controlled. I don't have somebody coming up to I don't go to somebody's door window and say, if you don't do this, you will not be welcome anymore. It's not a matter of that. I do it for the survivors. I do it for the departments that are hurting to the point where this is therapeutic. So no, I'm not a counselor, but I do know what hurt is. So I appreciate that. And again, God bless you for allowing me to say that. Thanks, Tracy. Cassandra, Hillary says, love you, Lex.
Yeah.
John's been talking a lot, Michelle. Oh, Lonely Makers. Wow. All right, Les. Yeah, I did blast them. And there is no apology because they didn't get any. They know what they did. We'll leave it at that. I'm not defeated. It's not about me. If you are so passionate about whatever you decide to do in your life, then why don't you and some volunteers give up your summer and go do this for other people that you don't know, that you want to love on, that you want to. So God bless you, Les, and we love you. Okay. Thanks, Brandy. Love you. Thank you, Zeb. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rebecca.
You know, when I was asked, and you were not the one that first asked. We had there was other people on the crew here. End of watch, right?
Rick, it's not about a pats on the back, and I think that's the misconception everyone gets. It's not the attention. It's the lack of having anyone there, and that was really what triggers us is we're coming to do this, and I think it's, you know, look, we can keep on beating beat me up, right? I'll start again. I apologize. Okay, I'm asking all of my faithful followers and everyone that all my survivors, maybe tomorrow pick up the phone and or send an email to the sheriff and say we are sorry. How's that? And we love them. We don't hate them. It's love. So Rick, I didn't make well, I'll leave it at that. So thanks, Rick.
So to continue, when I got asked to do this, right, it wasn't just like jump on it right away. And I talked to you,
yeah,
and I talked to some of the other writers. But when I talked to you, I immediately knew how compassionate, caring, passionate individual you are, not for yourself or for doing things to make yourself look better or to get money out of doing something. You're doing it out of love and compassion for all of these survivors, the families, the friends, the officers that lost people. And immediately I said, yes, I'm doing this, because what an amazing guy you are. And the people that are on here are exactly like you and I. And we do this because we know, we understand, and we want to reach out to the ones that are hurting.
Okay. Well, I think we'll be back on tomorrow at 8:00, and God bless you all, and love you guys, and see you then.